Just come down, lie down onto your mats. And just take your arms and rest them alongside of your bodies. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you and tack your shoulders back. And allow your feet to fall away from one another. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And relax all of the bones and the muscles in your body. Let them go. Good. Now I want you to focus on taking nice deep inhales. And exhaling out through the mouth. Let it go. Again, inhale, nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. Let everything go. Good. Place your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. And now begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And feeling your breath underneath your hands, moving the body. Try to fill up the torso completely as you inhale. So feel the breath through the palms. And as you exhale, empty out. And try to extend out that exhale a little longer. Good. So we're going to do a three-part breath. And you're going to really feel the breath. And I want you to pay attention to the breath, the movement underneath your hands, okay? So we're going to take an inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, empty out completely. Seal your lips closed, and as you inhale, now fill up just the belly first. Once you have the belly completely filled, allow the breath to move up into the rib cage, and then up into the chest. And then pause and hold the breath at the top of that inhale. And relax and melt the shoulders towards the mat. And as you exhale, empty out the chest first, then the rib cage, and let the belly empty out last. And then draw the navel towards the spine. Really empty out. Feel the breath leaving the body. And then inhale, fill up the belly, fill up the rib cage, fill up the chest. Pause and hold at the top. Now sip in a little bit more. Relax the shoulders. Exhale out slowly, emptying out the chest first. So control this. Chest first, rib cage second, belly last. Draw the navel to the spine. Push out every last breath you have inside of you. Hold it at the end there. Pause. And now push out a little bit more. And then a little bit more. Inhale, fill up your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Pause at the top of that inhale and hold it. Sip in a little bit more. Hold it. Relax the shoulders. Sip in a little bit more. Hold it. Exhale slowly. Empty out the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Draw the navel to the spine. Push out every last breath you have inside of you. And then hold it. Push out a little bit more. Hold it. Push out a little bit more and draw your navel to your spine so much so that you want to show your ribs. Show your ribs. Draw that navel back. The upper belly, draw it back and up. Good. Feel the whole abdominal wall engaged. Hold it there. Good. And now we're just going to fill up the body completely, starting with the belly. the rib cage, the chest. Pause at the top and hold it. Inhale a little bit more. Hold it. Inhale a little bit more. Hold it. Exhale out through the mouth, nice and slow. Emptying out the chest, the rib cage, the belly, everything relaxes, let everything go. Good. See your lips closed. Now breathe only through the nose, in and out through the nose, extending the inhale as well as the exhale. And either stay with that nice, steady, long breath or begin to cultivate the Ujjayi breath. So it's your choice, whichever is more comfortable for you. If you can tap into the Ujjayi breath, though, and really meditate on the sound of that breath, that will allow you to turn a little bit more inward and separating yourself from the outside world and really taking notice of the sensations that you feel within the body and the changes that happen throughout your practice. And so begin to cultivate that breath. So the 3-part breath that we just did helps to expand your lungs to their fullest capacity. Normally we only use about 10% of our lungs capacity. So it's a really good and healthy breath for you to do every once in a while. And notice how when you focus on your breath in that way, that the mind is quiet and calm, and then the body follows. So if the mind is calm and quiet, and the breath is steady and in control, the body is as well, right? If the mind has a million things going on inside of it, conversations, and the breath is rapid and out of control, so will the body be. So notice that in your balancing postures. Notice that throughout your practice. Notice how when you're in a posture and you're having a really difficult time holding steady and holding that control over the body, say, ooh, what's happening with my breath? Or is my mind focusing on my breath? Or are my thoughts scattered all over the place as well as my breath? Good. So let's let that be the focus for today, and take your arms and sweep them up and over your head and reach your fingertips back towards the back wall and start to reach out through your fingers. And now begin to flex your feet and press your heels forward and slide them towards the front of the mat. And now let's alternate right heel to left heel, just sliding those heels towards the front of the mat. And then incorporate moving the right heel, right arm, and reaching back, and then the left heel and left arm. So let it be gentle, let it be soft. So soften up the body as you begin to gently stretch it and lengthen it. Good. And then take notice of the pelvis. Take notice of how when you press that right heel towards the bottom of your mat, your right pelvis drops down and the left one lifts. And then shifting the left pelvis down and the right one lifts. So rocking the pelvis back and forth, let's think about softening through that area. Softening through the pelvis as we stretch and allow the pelvis to move freely. Is it moving freely? Does it feel open? Does it feel tight or resisting the movement that you're making? Good. Come to stillness. Draw the toes back towards your shins. Reach through your fingers. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Feel that stretch up the back of the legs, and then press the backs of your legs down into the mat. So much so that maybe you can lift your heels a little bit up off the floor. Breathe. Inhale. And then exhale. Release the arms down alongside of your body. Good. And then draw that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Interlace your fingers around your shin. And then hug that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Give it a good squeeze. Draw the upper arms towards your body. Back of the neck is nice and long. Breathe. So this is wind dream removing pose, and it's stimulating to the ascending and descending colon. So it helps and aid in digestion. Inhaling and exhaling. Through the nose, steady the breath and focus on the breath. Once you come into position, hold it and then focus on the breath. And follow the breath as it moves through the body. Exhaling out completely. Inhaling from the back of the throat. Slide that left hand to the top of that right knee. And as you exhale, draw that knee over to the left. That right hip is lifting. Slowly. Let that right hand slide out. Right arm slides out to the height of your shoulder. And then begin to take your gaze over that right hand. And begin to deepen that twist. And think about sending that right shoulder down to the mat. And take your gaze all the way over towards that right hand. So wringing out the spine. So I want you to visualize your body here. Visualize your pelvis. Visualize the spine. Twisting. Visualize the pivoting points in the spine. And see the cervical spine going in the opposite direction than the rest of the spine. And then see if you can relax the shoulder, the right shoulder. See if you can relax through the hips and allow that right knee to even slide towards the floor a little deeper. Breathe into the body. Follow the breath. Stay with the breath. Find your position. And once you arrive there, bring your focus back to the breath. Good. And then start to draw the knee in. As you inhale, roll yourself back. Take the right hand to the top of the right knee. Good. Draw the knee in towards the right shoulder and then open it out to the side as you exhale. And even take that right hand and slide it inside the knee. Hold onto the shin with your fingers. So hook the shin. And then hold it there and then take your gaze over the left hand. And just breathe into the openness of that right hip. The center of the pelvis. Feel that gentle twist in the pelvis. Feel that external rotation. Good. Breathe into it. Inhale. And exhale. Just allow the weight of that right hand and that right arm deepen that stretch, deepen that opening. Good. And now we're going to shift from side to side. So slide the right hand to the top of the knee and bring it back to center. Take the left hand to the top of the knee, right arm lowers down, and then take that leg and drag it over to the left. As you take your gaze to the right, relax the body, move into it a little deeper. Good. And then inhale, roll yourself back onto your back. Take your right hand to the top of the knee, left arm out to the side. Right knee opens out. Feel that external rotation. Take that knee towards the floor. Good. And then inhale it back to center. Left hand comes to the top of the knee. Right arm out to the side. Draw that knee over towards the left. We'll move slowly. Feel the body rolling over onto the left. Good. Let that feel good. Gaze over your right hand. Wring out the spine. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, open the knee out to the right. Draw that knee down towards the floor. Feel that external rotation. Good. And then inhale, bring that knee back to center. Hug that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Give it a good squeeze. And then release the grip on the front of the shin, but slide it to the back of the thigh and interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. And then start to straighten out that right leg. And you don't have to straighten it out. If your level of flexibility is here and you need to keep a bend in that knee, go ahead and keep that bend. But just work on, as you relax the leg, as the hamstring begins to open, then you'll begin to straighten out the leg little by little. And take your time. Good. And then once you get the leg as straight as you can, start to point the toes of the right foot. And then flex the right foot. Press up through the heel. Good. So even though you have a bend in the knee, you're still going to feel the stretch, right? So you can keep a bend in the knee and point the toes and flex the foot. And point the toes and flex the foot. So if you have a bend in the knee, you're going to still feel the stretch, right? But as you move through this, keep going, keep pointing and flexing the foot. Eventually, point the foot, straighten out the leg. Good. And then flex the foot, see where you're at. Maybe you're going to need to rebend the knee again. Point the toe, straighten out the leg, and then flex the foot, see how that feels. Good. And let's take that foot around in a circle, because that will help to relax those muscles and soften them and get them to open a little bit easier. Good. And then reverse that circle. So it's not a bad thing to keep your knee bent. It's a good thing. It means that you're listening to your body. Come back, keep the foot still, press up through the heel, draw the toes to your shin. Press the heel up. Good. And then bend the knee and soften. Hug the right knee back in. Take it back to that right shoulder. Good. And then extend that right leg long on your mat. And just pause there for a moment. Just take a moment just to check in and see how you feel in that right hip and that right leg compared to the left. So just drop in. Where is your breath? Think about filling up the entire torso with breath. Always go back to the breath. On your next exhale, draw that left knee in towards that left shoulder. Interlace your fingers around your shin. Hug that knee in towards that left shoulder. Squeeze it in. Draw the arms in towards your body. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Back of the neck is nice and long. Breathe. Just tapping into the descending colon. Running up the side of your body. Running down the side of your body. Right. Just breathing into that, keeping that knee hugging in towards that shoulder. Inhaling. Nice full breath. Exhaling out. Nice full, long, extended breath. Good. Inhale. Slide your right hand on top of that left knee, lower the left arm out. Good. Exhale as you draw that knee over towards the right. So keep it close to the body. That will deepen the stretch, deepen the twist in the spine. And not only that, but kind of tapping into the internal organs. So notice how you feel on this side compared to the left, to the other side, to the right side, right? Maybe you're not coming into as deep of a twist as you did on the other side, but move through the twist slowly. Where do you feel this and how does it feel? Do you feel this in your lower back pulling? If so, relax and back away just a little. So soften and relax that right leg, that right hip. See if that changes anything for you. And then move into this, slowly deepening that twist. Take your gaze over your left hand. Relax that left shoulder down to the mat. Breathe into that twist. Let it feel good. Just wringing out the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Just visualize the pivoting points of the spine. And breathe into those spaces in the body that you feel tight, that you feel discomfort. Relax them, let them go. Relax the body. Find the position, hold it, and then focus on your breath. Good. Inhale. Slowly roll yourself back onto your back. Nice and slow. Take your time. Take your left hand to the top of the knee. Take your left knee, drop it out to the right. Right arm lowers down. Feel that external rotation. Slide that left hand right inside the left knee. Relax it there. Relax the left foot down to the mat. Breathe into that external rotation and visualize that left hip. Visualize the femur bone turning outward. Kind of twisting into that hip. Breathe into it. Inhale. And exhale. Empty the body. Good. Inhale, take your hand to the top of the left knee. Inhale, bring it back up to center, and then start your exhale as you draw the knee over to the right. So hug it in towards the body, draw it over to the right, and then gaze rolls over towards that left hand. Good. Breathe into that. Breathe into the lower back. If you feel it pulling, or you feel discomfort in that left hip. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, bring that knee back to center, switch hands. Lower the left knee out to the left. Right arm extends out to the right with your gaze. Good. And then inhale back to center. Right hand comes to the top of the knee. Walk it over towards that right wall. Gaze goes over your left hand. Ring out the spine. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. Good. Take your hands behind your thigh. Well, actually, let's pull that. Take your hands to the front of your shin, interlace your fingers there, and then draw that knee in towards the left shoulder. Draw the elbows in towards the body. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze it in. Good. And now slide the hands to the backs of the thighs and interlace your fingers there. And then start to straighten out that left leg. And like I said, maybe you're a little tight today. Maybe you keep a slight bend in the knee. So we don't want to force it. We want to let the body open all by itself without forcing and pushing. Okay? So point your toes and flex your foot. Feel that stretch, even with the knee bent. Point your toes, flex your foot. So that's what we're going for. We're going for a stretch, right? So if you feel the stretch with the knee bent, that's all we really want. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes, flex your foot. And point your toes and flex your foot. Good. Make a circle with your foot. Just open up that ankle a little. Good. And then reverse that circle. Good. And now point your toes and straighten out the leg. Feel how that feels running up the front of that leg. And then flex your foot. See what happens. Good. Point and flex. So see, just with that little bit of work, see how much that leg has opened. Point and flex. And point and flex. Good. Lower that left leg down. Remove your hands. Lower that left leg down. Good. Draw that right knee back in. And this time, take a hold of the pinky edge of that right foot. So half happy baby. Take that foot so that it's parallel to the ceiling, and then allow that knee to fall out to the right, all the way out. And then just draw that foot down towards the floor. I want you to go for a little bit of a deeper stretch here in the adductors, the hamstrings, the glutes. Breathe into that. And take your hand and place it right there on the crease of that left hip. And try to anchor it with that left hand. Or just even be aware of the fact that that left hip wants to lift. We want to kind of keep it connected to the mat. And just relax through that right leg, that right hip. Let that knee fall towards the floor. And just hold on with the grip of your fingers to your outer edge of your foot, but relax the right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. Take that right hand, remove it, and straighten that right leg out. And then lower it down, lowering that right heel down to the mat nice and slow. Do the same thing with the left leg. Draw the left knee in, grab a hold of the outer edge of the pinky edge of the foot, and then take that knee down towards the floor. Good. And then take your right hand, place it on the crease of your right hip. And just rest it there. Just try to anchor that right hip down as you draw that left knee down towards the floor. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And keep relaxing that left knee down. Take it out a little bit and away from the body. Good. Just opening up that hip. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Release the left hand, straighten the left leg, press the left heel up, and then slowly lower down that left leg. Good. Draw both knees in, grab a hold of the outer edge of both feet, take the feet really wide, relax the lower back down, neck is nice and long, and breathe. Inhale. Find the position. Find steadiness and comfort in this posture. So as soon as you arrive here, relax and let the body go. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Search for that release in the body. Relax the knees towards the floor. Relax through the lower back. Relax your shoulders. Relax the hips. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Surrender. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your feet together, the inside edges of your feet together, walk the knees in a little, and then take the soles of the feet together as you start to lower them down in Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, lower them down onto your mat, knees are nice and wide. Take your arms up and over your head and grab a hold of opposite elbows and lower the arms down. Let the knees relax, let the body relax and breathe. Relax your glutes. Relax your knees towards the floor. Relax the elbows towards the floor. Let the armpits open, as well as the groin muscles. Let them relax. Just keep softening. Now that you have arrived here and the body is relaxed and soft, just breathe. Breathe into the entire body. Feel the body move, the breath moving down the body and into the legs. Feel the breath moving and shooting up into the arms. And then feel the breath leaving the body. Good. Just 2 more breaths this way. Inhale. Fill up the entire body, every cell. And exhale, empty it out. Let it all go. Find softness, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the rib cage. Let it go. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Release your hands from your arms. Bring them down by your side. Take your hands to the outsides of your thighs, assist in bringing them back together, and then hug them in. And let's begin to rock back and forth on the spine. And we're going to bring ourselves to stand. So I want you to rock yourself back and forth and get enough momentum going so that you can take your feet to the floor and then reach the torso forward. Take your hands to the mat, come to stand at the top of your mat, and bend your knees a lot. So get yourself there however you have to get there. Right? Find your way. And eventually you'll be able to get up there a lot easier. Good. So bend your knees a lot. Lay your belly on top of your thigh. Let your head go. Fingertips are on the floor or the entire palm. I want you to try to work on getting the entire palm to the mat. But I want you to really lay the belly down on top of the thighs and let your head go. And shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Good. And now take your arms and wrap them around the backs of your thighs and grab a hold of the outsides of each thigh with your hands. So left hand is grabbing a hold of the outside of my right thigh, and my right hand is grabbing a hold of the outside of my left thigh. Let your head go and try to straighten out your legs by just lifting the sacrum up towards the sky. And then exhale, sit back down again. Rest the belly. Good. Inhale, straighten out the legs just a little. And then exhale, relax them. Good. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, sit the hips down. And then release your hands. Take them right there in front of you on the floor and straighten out your legs. Good. And then melt your belly towards your thighs, your heart, the crown of your head towards the floor. Good. And then slide your hands up your shin and flatten out your spine as you draw your shoulders away from your ears. Reach the crown and your heart forward. And then as you exhale, fold. Bend your knees, root and ground down through your feet and rise up. Take your arms up and over your head. Good. Interlace your fingers together. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Press up through the knuckles underneath your index finger. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Keep the arms right there alongside of your ears. Drop your shoulders down into the shoulder girdle. As you exhale, walk the hands across the ceiling towards that right wall. Kick your hip out to the left. Good. Good. Relax there. Take an inhale. And then exhale, surrender. And now breathe. Inhale. Keep that left armpit open. So walk that left arm back. Maybe spin your heart open towards the sky a little and take your gaze up. Good. And then lean back just a little, just to deepen that stretch coming up the left side. Breathe into that. Inhale. And exhale. Notice what you feel and where you feel it. And then as you inhale, rise up nice and slow. Square yourself off to the front of the room. Gaze goes forward. Press up through the knuckle underneath your index finger. As you exhale, push your hip over to the right slowly as you lower your arms to the left. Keep that right arm right over your right ear. Keep reaching through your palms and pushing that hip out. Good. And then roll that right shoulder back as you take your gaze up. And then lean back just a little, just until you feel that stretch running up the right side, from the quadricep to the hip flexor, to the obliques, to the chest. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, relax and let it go. Good. Again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, come back up the center. And now let's just flow from one side to the other. So press up through the knuckles, drop the shoulders down, exhale over to the right. Go as far as you can. Inhale, come back up the center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, back to center, and exhale over to the left. Inhale, come back to center, hold it there, and release your hands and slowly lower your arms down by your side. Good. Relax your knees, so soften through the knees, bend them just a little. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears, give it a squeeze as you inhale. As you exhale, lower them back down. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, lower them back down. One more time. Inhale, draw the shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze it. Exhale, lower them back down. Good. Let's roll the shoulders around in a nice big circle. And then reverse that direction. Good. And then inhale your arms up and over your head. Tap your fingertips together and then take your hands back behind you and interlace your fingers behind your back. And then take the palms together. And then straighten out the elbows by squeezing the elbows out and rolling the shoulders back and the upper arms back. Good. And then push your heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Lift your gaze. Good. Push your hips back and walk your feet together so big toes are touching. Walk the shoulders back, lift the gaze, lift the heart, and then push your hips back and sit yourself down and start to squeeze the knees together as you lower down. Good. And then send those knuckles down and draw your elbows towards one another. Squeeze the knees and then keep lowering down, come into a deeper squat. Then once you lower all the way down, squeeze the sits bones together. Close off the front of the rib cage. Good, breathe. Lift the heart. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly start to straighten out the legs. As you forward fold, take the top of the head to the floor and then take the knuckles and walk them across the ceiling. And drop the head. Lift the knuckles. Good. And then start to sit yourself back down into a deep squat. Take your hands, release them, and sweep them forward and up and over your head and take your gaze up between your hands. Good. Rise all the way up. Tap your fingertips together, maybe even come into a little bit of a back bend. And then as you exhale, take your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers together. Send your knuckles down, roll the shoulders back, open up your heart, push your hips back, sit down, squeeze the knees, start to squeeze the sits bones together, push the heart forward, lift your gaze. Knuckles reach back. Good. Exhale, forward fold, straighten out the legs. Top of the head points down towards the floor. Knuckles walk across the ceiling. Good. And then release your hands, sit back down, sweep your arms forward and up into your Utkatasana, gaze between your hands. And then rise all the way up to stand. Good. Take your hands in prayer position at your heart center. Good. Soften the knees. Inhale your arms out and up. Gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, gracefully and softly all the way down. Fingertips touch the floor. Take your right leg, step it back. Drop the right knee down. Drop the right quadricep down to the mat. Take your hands to the top of your left knee. Push the knee away as you rise. Push straight back. Good. Drop the right quadricep down and hug that left hip back. Good. Take your arms and reach them out and over your head. As you do that, internally rotate the upper arms and your pinkies and look up. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. Lift the heart. Look up. Walk the hands back a little bit more as you send that right quadricep forward. Inhale. Feel the stretch. Find comfort here now. Ground down to the top of that right foot, that right knee, that left foot. Ground down and lift up through your center. Feel that change. As you exhale, forward fold, frame your left foot with your fingertips. Press into that left heel. Start to straighten out the left leg. Walk your hands back. Flex that left foot. Drop that left hip down. So turn it down. Don't let it hike up. So don't hike up that left hip. Roll it right back down. Good. Fingertips are on the floor. Reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, just keep melting the torso over the top of that leg and breathe into it. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Breathe into that stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, lower that left foot down. Shift your body weight forward. Drop that right quadricep down. Take your right hand off of your mat. Take your left hand to the top of that left knee and press against that left knee and draw that left shoulder back and take your gaze up. So come into a twist. Use that left hand as leverage. Drop the right quadricep down. Good. Keep deepening into that twist by pressing into the left hand. Good. And now lift that right foot up off the floor, bending that right knee, and reach back and grab a hold of that foot. Good. And then once you get a hold of that foot, just push the foot into the hand. Drop the right quadricep down. Draw the foot towards draw that right heel towards your right glute. Feel that stretch deepen in that right quadricep. Settle in, close your eyes. Breathe into that stretch. You're stretching your quadricep, your hip flexor. Relax there, let it open. Breathe into it. Send your breath. Send your breath to the discomfort that you feel. Soften that muscle, let it go. Maybe back away a little. Be gentle. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly release the foot down to the floor with control as you take your left arm back, straight up, and stacking it up over that right arm. Good. And then exhale, that left hand comes down to the mat. Walk your right hand back in onto your mat. Walk that left foot out to the left. Let that left knee fall out to the left. Drop your quadricep down. Relax through the hips. Keep your hands grounded and then just take your gaze forward on the floor. Neck is nice and long, shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Inhale. Relax into that left leg. Exhale. Soften it and let it go. Just let it go. Just let it hang out over there. Breathe into it. Let it go. Relax that left glute. Feel it softening. Feel it opening and releasing. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Begin to shift the hips up and back as you take that left foot to the floor. Good. And then take that left foot back to meet the right. Come into tabletop position here. Good. And then tuck your tailbone, lift your navel, lift your heart, drop your head. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, relax your belly, slide your heart forward, lift your gaze. Good. Exhale, round through the back body, tuck your tailbone, lift your navel, lift your heart, drop your head. And then inhale, lift your tailbone, relax your belly, slide your heart forward, lift your gaze. Good. Curl your toes under, lift your hip to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, nice deep inhale. And then exhale out through the mouth if that will serve you now and help you to release the body and help you to let go of any tension you might be holding on to. Always feel free to exhale out through the mouth with a sigh. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze between your hands. Come up high in your toes, bend your knees. Lots of softness in the body. And either walk or hop up quietly to the front of the mat. And forward fold. And then inhale, halfway lift. Reach the heart forward. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, root to rise. Sweep your arms out and up. Bring yourself to stand. And as you exhale, draw your prayer to your heart center. Good. Walk your big toes together. Inhale your arms out and up. Arms are shoulder width apart. Palms are facing one another. Spread your fingers out. push your hips back, squeeze your knees together, start to sit down. Good. And then sit down even deeper. So keep pushing the hips back and down, hips back and down, hips back and down. Okay. So you shouldn't feel any pressure in the front of your knees. So the hips are back and down, right? Take your hands in prayer position at your heart center. As you exhale, twist to the right. Take your left elbow outside that right knee. Find it, tuck it in there, and then press the prayer together and twist. Good. Breathe. Inhale. Don't let that right knee slide back behind the left, so even them out again. Good. Sit down. Twist. Keep deepening that twist. Breathing into the body. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Slowly make your way back to center, sitting down nice and low. And then release your hands and reach your arms straight up. Look up. Stay here. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze the sits bones together. And as you exhale, take your hands back into prayer position. Focus and breathe. Don't let the mind tell you stories. This is what happens, right? Twist to the left. Take your elbow outside that left knee. Press the prayer together. Deepen your twist. Remember, focus on your body and your breath. Right? Don't feel discomfort or pain or feel fatigued, and take your awareness there and send all your energy there, and then make it grow. And make you want to come out of this posture, right? Don't listen. Breathe into the body. Focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Reach your arms up, look between your hands. Good. And then exhale, straighten out your legs and forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway left. And exhale, fold. Take your fingertips to the floor. Step the left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Uncurl the back toes. Drop the left quadricep down to the mat. Hug your right hip back. Good. Take your hands to the top of that right knee and push away. Push away from that right knee till you feel that stretch coming up the left side of the body. Relax your shoulders, relax your shoulder blades down your back and look up. Think about lifting up through your heart. Good. And then inhale your arms gracefully out and up. And as you rise, internally rotate the upper arms. Good. And then reach up, drop your shoulders down. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Breathe and feel that stretch to the left side. Hug that right hip back. Inhale. Lift up through the heart as you inhale. Feel the change. And then as you exhale, forward fold, frame your front foot. Start to straighten out that right foot by pressing into the right heel, and then walk your hands back. Good. And then reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, melt the heart over the top of that right leg. Breathe. Listen. Listen to your body. Come to stillness. And then focus on your breath. And then allow the body to relax. And just search and scan the body and see, where are you holding on? What can you let go of? Let it go. Breathe. Breathe into the body. Every time you exhale, soften a little bit more. Just try to locate those spaces in the body you're holding on. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly shift the body forward. Lower down that right foot. Take your left hand off of your mat. Take your right hand to the top of that right knee. Start to peel that right shoulder back, the chest, the gaze. Start to look up at the sky. Good. Drop that left quadricep down. Soften through that right knee. Push away from that right knee. And then lift that left leg up off the floor. Reach back and grab a hold of the pinky edge of that foot. And then let that shoulder roll back. Let the chest open. Let that quadricep stretch. Use your bicep of that right arm to draw that foot towards your glute. And then drop the left quadricep down towards the mat. Feel the stretch change. Breathe. Inhale. Then exhale. Breathe into that. Let it go. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Roll the right shoulder back. Spin the heart open. And then relax there. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly release that left foot down. Right arm reaches up. Good. Stack that right arm over the left. Drop the left quadricep down. Melt it. Good. And then take that right hand inside that right foot. Take that left hand back to the mat. And just walk that right foot out to the outer edge of your mat. And just let that right knee fall out to the right. Once you let that knee fall out as far as it can go, just drop the left quadricep down, melt. Good. Stay on your hands, stay on your arms. Take your gaze forward, neck is nice and long. And then just hold it there. Just keep relaxing that leg. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Feel grounded through the top of that back foot, that knee, and the outer edge of that right foot. In your hands. Feel grounded. Feel that external rotation in that hip. Relax and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly draw that right knee in towards that right shoulder, flattening that right foot up on the floor. And then shift the hips back and take your right foot back to meet your left. Come back into tabletop position. And then curl your tailbone up, relax your belly, slide your heart forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, draw the navel back, the heart back, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, relax the belly, slide your heart forward, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, lift your navel, lift your heart, drop your head. Good. Come into a neutral spine. Come into puppy pose. Walk your left hand up to the top corner of your mat, right hand up to the right hand corner of your mat. And then we'll lower your chest and your forehead to the mat and lower your forearms down. And once you arrive here, just make sure that the hips are in line with your knees, stacked right on top of your knees. And then after that, just try to relax the upper body. There's no forcing anything here. And once you arrive here, just let the body go. Don't push anything. And just relax and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's slide our body forward on, lower down onto our bellies. Good. And then walk your elbows in underneath your shoulders. Good. So I want you to focus on keeping those elbows right underneath your shoulders and pressing into the base of the palm, and just lift your elbows up off the floor here, okay? And so pressing into the palms, lift the heart, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then drop your head back. Good. And then keep reaching the heart forward and up. Point your toes and start to feel the whole front of your body stretching. Breathe. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then hug the elbows towards one another and lower the elbows down. Tap them down and then lift them. Good. Hug the elbows towards one another, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down, hold it there. Take an inhale and lift up through the crown of the head, reach the heart forward. As you exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and keep it there. Lift up the upper belly, the navel, the lower belly, peel it off the floor. Lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. Lower down the thighs, the hips, the lower belly, the navel, the upper belly, and then lift your gaze. Good. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift the upper belly, the navel, the lower belly, lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. Lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your upper belly, your navel, your lower belly, lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. And then lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly, lift your gaze. Good. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your upper belly, your navel, your lower belly, lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. And then lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly, lift your gaze. Good. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your upper belly, your navel, your lower belly. Lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. Lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly. Lift your gaze, hold it there. Press into your palms, lift your elbows. Hug your elbows towards one another, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down and lift them. Hug the elbows together, tap them down, lift. Hug the elbows together, tap them down and lift. Hug the elbows together, tap them down, hold it there. Tuck your chin into your chest. Lift your upper belly, your navel, your lower belly. Lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. Breathe. Lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly, and lift your gaze. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your upper belly, your navel, your lower belly. Lift your hips, lift your thighs, look at your knees. Lower down your thighs, your hips, your lower belly, your navel, your upper belly, and lift your gaze. Good. Lower all the way down and take your arms out to the side like airplane wings, chin to the floor. Good. Relax there for a moment. Good. So that right arm is at the same height as your shoulder, as well as the left. Take this left arm and slide it underneath slide that left hand underneath your left shoulder. Elbow is lifted. Bend the left knee. And now pressing into that left hand, peel the left side of your body off the floor and over onto the right side. Lower down the right side of your head onto the right temple. Take that left leg back behind you, maybe lower the whole foot to the floor. Left elbow is lifted. Press into that left hand. Use that left hand as leverage. Feel that openness in the right shoulder. Breathe into it. Inhale. Feel a gentle stretch across the front of your body from that right rib to that left hip. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Slowly roll yourself back onto the mat. Nice and slow. Take your time. Shoot the left arm out. Slide the right hand in. Bend the right knee. Press into that right hand. Peel the right side of your body off of the floor over onto the left. Keep going. Move slowly. Lower down onto the left side of your head. Start to find that right foot to the floor. Breathe into that. Good. Feel that in that left shoulder. Press into that right hand. Hold yourself there. And maybe go a little bit deeper by just engaging that hand into the floor. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Slowly roll yourself back onto your mat. Good. And then slide your hands under your shoulders and then lower them all the way down till you feel your rib cage. Fingers are pointing forward. Spread your fingers out. Press into your 10 toes. Draw your elbows together and lift the shoulders away from the mat. And then inhale, lift the head, come into a cobra. Good. And then look over the left shoulder. Good. And inhale, come back to center. And then peel that right shoulder back and look over the right shoulder. Good. And then come back to center. Do it again. Peel that left shoulder back, look over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, peel the right shoulder back, look over the right shoulder. Good. And then come back to center. Good. Bend your elbows, lower yourself back down. And then bring yourself right back up again and push back, go back into child's pose. Lower the forehead down. You can drape your arms alongside of your legs and allow your shoulders to open, the back of the shoulders. Let the shoulders relax and melt over the top of your legs. Melt the meat of your seat back towards your heels. Breathe into the body. Inhaling and exhaling deeply through your nose. Breathe into that back body, expanding the rib cage, letting everything go. And take notice of how you feel. Take notice of how your nervous system feels. All of the muscles in the body. Take notice of how you feel physically and also emotionally. Good. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and bring yourself to sit on your heels so you can drop your left heel off to the left and swing your legs out in front of you. I don't know how I wound up all the way back there. Take your hands behind your thighs and slowly lower yourself down onto your mat and just let your knees lift up with you, and then take your hands to the top of your knees and just rock the hips from right to left, just loosening, massaging the lower back on the floor and the hips as well. And then take the knees around in a big circle, just starting to loose everything up, relax, and then reverse that direction. Good, and then hug your knees in towards your chest, both of them. Inside edges of your feet are together, and then remove your hands and take your arms out like airplane wings. Good, we're gonna roll into our spinal twists. We're gonna roll from one side to the other. So exhale the knees over to the right, take your gaze to the left. Once you arrive there, let the body go. Relax it completely. And then inhale the knees back to center and exhale them over to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Once you arrive there, let everything go. And then switch. Come back to center, exhale over to the right, gaze over your left. Relax through the spine. And then inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Gaze over your right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Place your feet onto the floor. Take your hands, you should be able to touch the outsides of your heels so your feet are shoulder width apart, wider than your hips. Good. You're going to come up into bridge pose. So squeeze your shoulder blades together and tack your shoulders back. Press the backs of your arms down into the mat and then bend your elbows and point your fingers straight up towards the sky with your palms facing one another. Spread your fingers out and be active through your hands. Tack the shoulders back. Good. Press into your feet and start to lift your hips up off the floor. Send your knees forward, lift the hips. Back of the neck is long. Inhale. Engaging the back body, stretching and opening the front. Inhale. And exhale. And keep lifting. Inhale. And exhale. And press into the feet and lift the hips. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's slowly lower down. Good. And now take your arms straight up towards the sky. We're going to come into wheel, and you don't have to do wheel. I want you to just take it as far as you're comfortable, okay? So close your eyes and don't think about this too much. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Flex the hands so to take the palms alongside of your head. Place your hands right there alongside of your head. And remember, this is not comfortable. I know it's not. You don't feel grounded through the entire palm until you get up on top of the head. And then, so you can certainly stay here and just start to feel grounded through the palms, grounded through your feet, and maybe lift your hips and come into your bridge this way. Or lift your hips, press into your hands, lift your head, come onto the top of your head first, and then you can readjust your hands. Once you feel grounded through the hands, start to press into the hands and lift your hips and start to straighten out your arms and maybe even come up high on your toes, okay? And let the head go. Breathe and let the front body open. So it's going to open up nice and slow. So take your time moving through it. And when you're ready to come out, come onto the top of the head, you roll yourself onto the back of your skull just to protect the neck, and then lower down the hips and hug your knees in and rock yourself from right to left. Good. So maybe you made your way into it and maybe you didn't. Maybe you just started to find your way there. And that's certainly and perfectly fine. Good. Good. Lengthen your legs long on your mat and take your arms up and over your head and give yourself a nice full body stretch. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And lower your arms down by your side. Take your palms face up. Relax your shoulders. Let your feet fall away. Breathe into the body and relax and let everything go. Inhale. Exhale, relax the bones of your body. Let them become heavy. Relax your muscles, your flesh, and your skin. Inhale. Exhale, relax your scalp, your skull, and your brain. Relax and let go. Inhale. Exhale, soften between the eyebrows and allow the eyes to relax inside of your head. Soften around the eye sockets. Relax your cheekbones and your jaw. Separate your bottom teeth from your top teeth and remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And relax and let go. Feel every muscle in your face relaxing. Relax and let go. Relax and let go. Breathe into the body. Breathe into every cell of your body. Inhale. And exhale, relax your throat and your neck. Inhale. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Relax and let go. Relax your chest and your rib cage. Relax your waist and your hips. Relax and let go. Relax your thighs and your knees. Relax your calves and your ankles. Relax and let go. Relax and let go. And relax your feet and relax your toes. Relax and let go. Relax and let go. Relax the entire body. Relax and let go. Let's begin to awaken our bodies by wiggling our fingers and our toes. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head, give yourself a full body stretch. As you exhale, hug your knees into your chest and roll yourself over onto your right side in fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed, holding on to the relaxation that you've created. Whenever you're ready, press your left palm into your mat and bring yourself up into a nice easy seat. And take your hands in prayer position at your heart center. Let's join our voices for one single chant of Om to close the class. Start with a nice deep inhale. Push your prayer at your third eye. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings live truly free and happy. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you all for coming out today and practicing yoga with me. I hope you all have a beautiful day. With much love and gratitude, namaste.